12 says a diagram of Eric's pool is shown on the left. He plans to fill his pool to a depth of 4 feet with a garden hose that has an 80 cubic feet per hour flow rate. How many hours will it take to fill the pool? So, to figure out how many hours it will take to fill the pool, we got to find out, well, how much does the pool hold? Now, are we filling the pool up completely? No, it says to a depth of 4 feet. So technically, we are not finding the volume of this entire thing. We're just finding a volume with a height of 4. So let's compute the volume. Volume is pi times the radius squared. They didn't give us the radius, they gave us the diameter. So 27 divided by 2 squared times the height, not the height on the picture. We're only filling it to 4 feet deep, so the height of the water is going to be 4. So let's find that volume. We're going to go ahead and multiply this one out completely. So the volume of this is approximately 2,290.22 cubic feet. Now, the actual question is, how many hours will it take to fill the pool? So what do we need to do with that 80 right there? Anything we need to do with the 80? Multiply, divide, add, subtract. Divide. Okay. I agree with that. Now, sometimes it's a little tricky, so here's how I think of it. Okay, that 80 cubic feet per hour, okay, that's what we're really looking at. It's 80 cubic feet over 1 hour. We want to know how many hours, and we have cubic feet, so we need to flip that over. We've looked at some problems like this before with converting. You want those units to cancel. If it shows up in the top and in the bottom, you can cancel those units. We are left with the hours, so 80 is in the denominator, so we do indeed divide by 80. Sometimes, though, you will multiply. It just depends on how the rate is given to you. So it will take approximately 28.6 hours to fill that swimming pool. So, kind of a long time. That's why if you have like a big swimming pool, they don't fill it up with a garden hose. They fill it up with like a fire hydrant hose, because it has a greater flow rate. Okay, let's look at another very, very, very common way that they will throw these questions at you. Okay, because really what we've done up to this point, with the exception of number 12, just calculating the volume was more of a middle school skill. Okay, going at it from this angle is more of the Math 3 level. The volume of a rectangular prism is 655.2 cubic feet. If the base of the prism is 9 feet by 5.2 feet, find the height of the prism. So based on what they tell me in the first sentence, I know I'm going to need my volume per rectangular prism formula. So volume is length times width times height for a rectangular prism. They tell me what the volume is, so I plug that in for V. Volume is 655.2. What else do they tell me? The base of the prism is 9 feet by 5.2 feet. It really doesn't matter which one we consider the length and which one we consider the width, because you're multiplying. Order of multiplication doesn't matter. We don't know the height. So 9 times 5.2 is 46.8. That is times h. How do we solve for h? What's the opposite of multiplication? divide. So 655.2 divided by 46.8 is 14. Now the fact that I got a whole number makes me feel pretty good that I did it right, but here's what I would do. I would go back and I would compute my volume, length times width times height, and make sure that it gives me the volume that they gave me in the problem. Now I also point that out, and that's of course in feet. I also point that out because if this is a multiple choice question and they give you choices for the height, as long as you have your volume formula, you should be able to plug it in with the information that they give you and see which one gives you the correct volume.